I went down there just one night to see what was happening, and I got roped in to do a guitar overdub. And after that, I lived there for a month. I didn't see daylight again.
What's happening in the future with the Stands now? Keith, are you planning a tour in the new year?
Yeah, I think that we should probably be going to the States in the spring. Instead, we were supposed originally to be going this year. It was sort of an inevitable thing once every 2 years. But suddenly everybody got up and said, oh no, can't make it this year. We want to finish the record and get that done. And so we put it off until the spring, although maybe a few gigs around Christmas would be nice. I'd like to get on the stage again.
Because we were talking earlier now about the kind of venues that you're doing, Keith, and really they're enormous venues that you're playing.
Yeah, and they get bigger and bigger every time, you know.
Are you wanting really to do smaller things now?
Well, you know, it's kind of selfish to sort of go into a city where, say, 60,000 people want to see you and say, oh, we want to play in a 3,000-seater hall, you know, because the other 57,000 have to just lump it, you know. So the thing to do, I think, is to do the big ballpark and then do the small theatre as well. And so 63,000 people get a chance.
Do you enjoy touring still?
I love it. It's the lifeblood for me. For any band, I think, any band that doesn't play live is only half a band as far as I'm concerned, because that is where it all comes from, you know. And I think with this new album, there's a sort of feel about it just because we'd come off stage just 3 weeks before and we'd been playing for 2 months solid, you know. And you can feel it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's well oiled, you know.
Looking cooler than ever. I picked up this shirt today. Remember this guy? You're a cool dude. You're a cool.
I can just do that.
Yeah. I know you can. Last time you were here, you came on the show. We started talking about what you do when you're not playing, and you said that you grow this lemon tree.
Apart, yes, from other things, but...
But one of the things you do... You don't only do that, no. Yeah. But you said that these lemons are... You go, Jimmy, they're like the size of grapefruits. And I go, yeah, that's cool. You go, no, they're giant lemons. And I go, yeah, it's cool, man. And it was weird to talk to Keith Richards about lemons. And then I showed up at a party, and you were at that party, and I go, Keith, how are you, man? And you put your hand in your pocket, and you gave me a lemon. And you autographed it. There it is right there. That's the lemon.
It is.
It's very nice that you remember that.
It was a big one.
And very, very cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then what I did was I had Mario Batali take the lemon and make it Moroccan preserved lemons for you. And I gave that to you. Do you remember what you did with that?
We had it, baby.
Yeah, good, yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, it was
fantastic. Yeah. So then here's what I did. I took the seed from your lemon.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I put it in a Ziploc bag with paper towel, and I researched this. I sprouted it. There it is in a Dixie cup. On my desk. Here's that lemon right now. It's a circle of life.
Oh, man.
It's a circle of life right there, so I didn't forget that.
I'm so glad to see this old chap coming along.
Yeah, there it is, right? Yeah, so now you've touched it, now that it'll just grow even better. I researched it. I think it said in 19 years I can have it one lemon from this. Yeah. If things go well.
Hey, with this one, don't be surprised if it starts to Jack and the Beanstalk on you.
See, that's it. Now it's got the magic touch right there. To see you in December, you were at the Barclays Center with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was amazing. It was so fun, and and everyone's saying like, "Oh, this might be it. Now, you might not do any more tours after this."
They keep saying that, man. The shows at the end of last year were just, you know, too overwhelming for us actually. I mean, come on, you know. I mean, this is begging for more, you know. And,
yeah, it's in your blood.
And so are we. Actually, I mean, You get antsy, man, not on the road. There's, after 50 years, did I say that?
You start growing lemon trees, stuff like that. Yeah.
You know, and you
Understood.
start to know that you need to go on the road if you're starting to grow lemons.
Does it bother you if you recognize people in your crowd?
No, I'm just glad that old friends still want to hang around and see it.
Oh, that's
you know?
all right. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, because I would, yeah, absolutely. Like so I wouldn't throw you off if I got front row seats and I'm just screaming, going, yeah.
Jimmy, yeah, you know, if you were in the front row.
Yeah. Will that be a little distracting?
That would add something extra.
Yeah. If you think back to 19-year-old Keith Richards, it's 50 years later.
I can't remember him.
What if you guys met? What would you do? Would you be? Are you psyched you ended up being who you are?
I mean, to me, it's always amazing. I mean, to be here doing the same stuff and turning people on. I mean, what does a musician do? Hey, tell me, boys. You play to other people and hope that you make them happy, and you hope that they, you know, you drop your little bread on the side, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's you always hope. Yeah, exactly. But that's what you want to do. Just make the crowds happy.
Yeah,
Make you smile.
really. I mean, the other side of it is all to do with economics, and I don't really know much about. But all I do know is...
Yeah. Shut
up.
Can I ask a question? There's a story I heard, and I never hear it, because I hear a zillion Keith Richards stories, and you never know which one's true. And so unless I get you on the show, I can't ask you.
Which one?
All right. We already talked about you, you snorting a human.
That was just my dad.
It was just your father. Yeah, that's right. It's your dad's ashes. It happens. I'm not kidding. That's a true story. And so this time I want to hear. There's a story about Bobby Keys, who is a saxophone player.
He's been with us for yonks. Yeah,
years.
Yeah.
And apparently I heard a story where he hit a golf ball or something like that, and it landed in your breakfast.
You know, Bobby's memory is very accurate.
Really? And so it landed in your breakfast, and then you pulled out a pistol.
He did shout 4.
Well, he shouted 4.
But then there's this golf ball in my scrambled eggs, man. You know? And a little early in the morning for me to sort of take this as a joke, you know.
Yeah. So he screamed
I pulled
4.
out the old trusty 38.
Yeah.
And blew that ball apart, man.
Shot is Gosh.
The way they unwind.
Yeah, you gotta unwind.
Talk about where it all began. You were growing up in London, and you knew Mick Jagger, didn't you, as a kid?
Yeah. I know it began just by myself. First off, I thought I was the only guy in the world that was like interested in listening to this music. I think the difficult thing, and I think probably for the Beatles too, it was like finding a few like-minded guys. And it sort of really began by that suddenly you bumped into somebody else and said, hey, did you hear that? You know, and maybe, you know, do play a bit. And it all started kind of by accident. And suddenly you realize that there was a lot of other people out there interested in, maybe it was the generation thing that I'm from and the Beatles are from. And
It was also about sex, too, about the sexual revolution.
well, there's always that. Yeah.
Except people supposedly were getting satisfaction.
Well, some of us were.
Yeah, you were getting it. So you were singing for all those kids out there who weren't.
Yeah, and there was, obviously, it was in the air with that generation at that age. I mean, sexuality was, and it was also very ambiguous at the time, you know. Some people were a little behind the times, other people were like, you know, yeah, let's go love crazy, and so it was a very confusing time for a lot of people, I think. And, at the same time, it was a generation coming of age, huh?
Because I've lived a life on the road, I have a fair spread of ages of kids from the 30s to early 20s to 12. And even the 12-year-olds love the Rolling Stones. Do you know that you have fans that young?
Yeah, I know. I don't know how quite we crossed the generation gaps somehow. I can only presume, you know, that it's good music, and everybody's had a good feeling when they hear it, when they grow up with it. You know, there's the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, and then there's the Rolling Stones. And I guess we're just part of the furniture, you know.
And you've been very good for my kudos at home, that I've got to say thank you very much, Keith Richards, for talking to me.
Hey, thank you very much, and I'll see you over there soon.
My whole life has been a preparation for this moment.
Charlie, I wish I could say the same.